FaceTime is a communication app by Apple released in June 2010. It was originally just a person-to-person video. Audio was introduced in 2013. FaceTime is free anywhere there is Wi-Fi. If there is no Wi-Fi, then it will use your data, but it won't use your minutes. FaceTime was originally only available on Apple products, but now you can send a link to invite someone using Android. FaceTime is end-to-end encrypted and does not record or save any video calls. You can also use your email address instead of your phone number. The app is a great way for families and friends to keep in touch and make relationships with people that live farther away. It's a great tool for all age groups. Obviously, the younger ones will less understand what it is actually for, but they get to see people's faces. Who doesn't want to show off their brand new baby? And now with COVID, it's even better with the social distancing and not being able to see family face to face. It's also a great way to keep in touch with your pets even when you're on vacation or away on business. Now with the new SharePlay feature, you can have a movie night with your friends or family without having them in the same room. You can have a music night, or you can just share your favorite TV shows with each other. To first set up your FaceTime audio and video, you need to find your settings button on your home screen. You will then scroll down until you find FaceTime. You will click on that, and when this comes up, you will then slide this over, and that will enable FaceTime to start working. You will then add your phone number and email address that you want associated with your FaceTime video and audio. This will be used for outgoing and incoming calls. You will also have the option here to add any numbers or emails that you wish to put in for people that you do not want to be able to contact you. Once you've done all that, you are now ready to make your first FaceTime call. On your home screen, you will notice the FaceTime icon. Once you click on that, you will get a screen that will ask you the options on whether you want to do a FaceTime call video or to create a link. When doing a new FaceTime call, you can either choose somebody from your contacts, or you could just add a new email address or phone number. When you click on the create a link, it will ask you for a name. The name is to state what kind of link you are making. So you can say meeting for work or family dinner. After that, you can actually choose however many people, up to 32 people in the group to participate. Once you have done the link, you pick the name and you send it to them, and all that person has to do is click on it to join. There are a few downsides to FaceTime. Yes, there are parental controls, but the problem is with technology these days, most children, teens, adolescents are smarter than their parents. So even if you put a privacy setting on it, they're more than likely be able to take it off. Even though it is free, children don't understand that when you use all your data, it costs money. So unless you're closely monitoring them, you may find yourself way over your data usage. Just because you're only looking at one person on the video doesn't mean that there isn't other people in the area that can hear your call as well. And that can cause a lot of problems for teenagers, as well as possibly some risky business. I think FaceTime would be great in education. Can you imagine being able to have any kind of guest speaker you want, and you don't have to worry about if they can come, if they can't come, is their travel too far, if their travel isn't too far? Can you imagine the look on the children's faces if you were able to get their favorite football star to FaceTime them, even if it was just for 5 minutes? Or maybe a couple soldiers, or a policeman, or a fireman. Students can connect with other students after class, and they don't have to arrange a meeting spot. Classes can have FaceTime calls with other schools around the world where FaceTime is available. It's great for online learning for group projects. If you go on vacation during the school year, you can always FaceTime your class and show them where you are and what you're doing. I see people all the time from all over the world walking around outside, talking to someone on FaceTime from back home, showing them exactly what they're seeing while they're walking around. I think this has been a great tool since the pandemic. With the whole COVID situation and the lockdowns and the social distancing, everybody has been on their tippy toes. Nobody wants to go anywhere. Family's scared to go see family. Nobody's allowed to go see their grandparents anymore. If you're in the hospital, you're all alone. If you have a baby, you're by yourself. FaceTime has been able to keep people connected and keep their relationships strong. Doctors and therapists are also using FaceTime to see their patients. Other reasons FaceTime is considered a good app is because the video and audio tend to have better quality than a regular phone call. All you need is a Wi-Fi signal. You can talk on FaceTime audio and switch to video without hanging up. And you can also go from video to call without hanging up. You don't have to pay extra when you're traveling. No upgrading your plan or paying thousands of dollars on international calls. Remember, all you need is Wi-Fi and it's free. FaceTime has features on group calls that makes the person's picture that is talking appear larger and move, so nobody has to guess who is talking. So when you're in a classroom, you will always know which student is answering the question. You can also schedule a FaceTime call in your calendar. Find the calendar icon on your screen. When you click on the calendar, there's a little plus sign up on the right. Click that, and then it'll come up to the new event. You're going to put the title of what you want to call the meeting in that spot. You're going to change the date to what is needed. You're going to change the time. You're going to scroll through the numbers to select your start time. And then where it says location or video call, hit video and tap on FaceTime. To add event to your calendar, you can also customize any other settings as needed before you add it to your event. To share, tap the date your FaceTime is scheduled for. Select the event you just scheduled. Tap the share icon. Select how you want to share and whom you'd like to share it with. Tap the send arrow to send invites. This link will be available to users on both iPhones and other devices, and you can find the link in your calendar app. To accept an event invitation, open the calendar app on your iPhone or iPad, tap the inbox button on the lower right-hand corner, tap accept to add the event to your calendar, tap decline or maybe to refuse the invitation, or wait and decide what you want to do later. It's Friday night, everybody wants to get together, but nobody wants to go out. So why not have a FaceTime game night? There's so many games that you can play. Like, would you rather? Would you rather eat a slug or have a bath with spiders? Or never have I ever? You could play word associations, read my lips, Yahtzee, but everybody will need their own set of dice. You can even tell stories, scary stories. Who has the most embarrassing story? With the new share play and group calls, what you can do with your friends is endless. I think FaceTime is a great app. It's easy to use, easy to maneuver through, lots of available things that you can do with it. Talk to one person, talk to many people, play games, just talk on a phone, have a video call, and stay in touch with all your friends and your loved ones.